Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. Hello everyone, hope you're doing fine, hope you're doing good. Welcome back to this YouTube channel, your favorite YouTube channel. So ensure if you're your very first time here, kindly consider subscribing, you like and you share this video. On today's video you're going to history lesson class, so I promise that I want to be giving you what you call like a quick history of how Russia and Ukraine were together till to the year in 1991 where they separated itself. So if it's your very first time here, kindly consider subscribing, liking and sharing. And if you are a student or a history student, it's better you pay much attention here and you be much keen about it, because sometimes you wanna find these in class and you'll be like, oh, I listened to Cloud Joseph. And yeah, so let's go about Russia and Ukraine. So Russia and Ukraine were the part of the Soviet Union, so we are going to discuss about it. So but before we go there, Russia and Ukraine were one country, were just the one country. When you say about one country, it's like maybe let me give an example of my country, Kenya and Mombasa. So Mombasa sometimes is kind of big, so Mombasa separates itself and leave Kenya on the other part. So that's how Ukraine and Russia did. So but both of these countries are from Europe, eastern part of Europe. So Ukraine is from the eastern part of Europe. When I say like in the Soviet Unions, in the Soviet Unions is like the group of countries that come together to create what we call like a strong military base. Hope you have understood that. And also when we call about Russia, Russia is a country, it's a transcontinental country. When you say like a transcontinental country, is a country that is what we call like it is at the middle of two continents, Europe and Asia. So Asia is at the north and also Europe at the eastern. So Russia is a transcontinental country that is at Eastern Europe and in the at the North Asia. So hope till that somebody has understood that. So let's go about Ukraine. Ukraine is a country that is located at the Eastern Europe. Maybe we say like the Soviet Unions. It's the second largest country by area in Europe after Russia. So in Europe, Russia is the largest country with about 17 million kilometers. And also Russia, as I told you, its capital city is Moscow. Russia, its capital city is Moscow. The president is Mr. Putin Vladimir. So also Ukraine has a capital city. The capital city of Ukraine is what you call like Kyiv. Is it Kyiv or Kyiv? Ukraine has borders of the east and the northeast, east and the northeast. So the borders, it borders what we call like Belarus to the north, so Belarus to the north, and Poland and Slovakia, and also Hungary to the west. You understand that? Hope somebody has understood that. So Ukraine has its borders, Belarus at the north, Poland and Slovakia and Hungary the west, Romania and Moldova to the southern part. We have Romania and Moldova. So and has a coastline along what you call like Sea of Azovik and the Black Sea. Maybe we should be discussing that in another topic. So it has a spans area of 600,628 kilometers square. I hope you understand that. I hope somebody is getting me. So it has a population of about 43.6 million residents. The capital city, as we told, it's Kyiv. Moscow, so don't confuse this. Moscow is in Russia. So those days back when they were together, they used to share what we call a capital city, that is Moscow. We are going to discuss that. But for now, Ukraine, it is independent. In 1991 August, it parted away and it founded itself. It became independent, so it didn't want to do what you call like to become dependent to Russia. So mark this, in 1991 August 24th, that's where Ukraine found itself. You can tell Russia became its own, it founded itself. So you see, they became two different countries, but they all at eastern part of Europe. But what you call like Russia is at the what you call like at the eastern part of Europe and the northern Asia. You can tell that. So we are going to know what we call how these countries are. Hope somebody is getting me. So Ukraine was part of Russia from 1922 to 1991, when Moscow was the capital of the USSR. So what do we call about this USSR? So this is where now you can come about to know about the shortening to Soviet Union. USSR is the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. When somebody says USSR, so USSR is the Union Soviet Socialist Republic, the USSR. So these countries, when they were together back in 1922 to 1990, they used to share what we call the capital city, that is Moscow. Russia and Ukraine were the same thing, sharing same what we call like capital city, that is Moscow, till 1991 on 24th August, when Ukraine decided to separate. Russia separated in 1991 and 25th December. Mark these two different, it is the same year but different months and different dates. Hope somebody is getting me. Also, let's go deep into Russia. So Russia is what you call like, Russia is a country, as I told you, it's a transcontinental country that is based in two continents, you know. It's at the middle of two continents. So Asia at the north and Europe, where it's now based at the eastern part. Hope you have understood that. So the president there is Putin Vladimir, who's now in war with Ukraine. So capital city is Moscow as usual. Population, it has a population of 144.1 million residents. So you can tell it's twice, maybe thrice than Ukraine. So Ukraine is the second largest after Russia. Hope you have understood that. So its GDP is about 1.83 billion USD. You can tell, man. Yeah, and also the continent, as I told you, the continent is Europe at the eastern part and Asia at the top, at the north. So maybe I should discuss with you this now. So the conflict, here the conflict comes. Russia and Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union in 1991. Soviet Union fell. So 1922 to 1991, they were together. So let's say 1990 they were together to what you call like the Soviet Union. But in 1991 it fell. Nowadays, where every country went to its own, it founded itself in 1991. So they became two different countries in 1991. 10 years later, Ukraine started getting some chaos with NATO. What is NATO? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So these are the countries that came together. It's an international alliance that consists of 30 member states. NATO is what we call like an international alliance that consists of 30 member states. That's what we call from Europe, North America, and Asia. We want to be discussing this in another topic or in another episode. So let's know what causes these two to become in conflict, you know. So Russia felt like NATO wanted to settle its military basement in Ukraine, in which like Russia felt very threatened because of its natural resources, that is oil. As you know, all like oil. Russia is the second largest country that produces oil. So when Russia heard that NATO wants to settle its military basements in what you call in Ukraine, it felt threatened because it felt like NATO was going to sanction it. Hope somebody is getting this. So as NATO wants to settle its basement in Ukraine, Russia felt very threatened. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, Ukraine is the fourth largest country in terms of natural resources. Ukraine Is the is what we call like is the fourth largest country in terms of natural resources. When you say about natural resources, about oil, gas, gold, so things that are just naturally by nature, you know. Yeah, so Ukraine is the fourth largest country that has those natural resources. So Russia and Ukraine were trying to, so Russia was trying like, maybe I should take advantage of the natural resources over here. So Russia felt very bad. So it felt like maybe when these people, when the NATO will just come into this, it will just sanction me. So that was the main reason. So it didn't want NATO to settle its basement in Ukraine. So I hope this somebody is understanding this. So Russia is trying to protect I wanna say, to protect its natural resources, that's oil. So when maybe I wanna say, when they just take an advantage of maybe fighting and taking it, Vladimir Putin will just do what we call like, you understand, about oil, and the prices will go. So guys, I hope you have learned something. You have learned what is NATO, you have learned what is USSR, the reasons why this country are now not listening to other. But I pray so much hard to Almighty Jah that they wanna come to what we call like this war, wanna come to an halt. And also I urge you to pray for these countries, because we are one people, one people, one people, different colors but one people. So let us pray for Ukraine, let us pray for Russia, because when two bulls fight, the grass is one which pains a lot. So the residents in Ukraine and the residents in Russia are the one which feels so much pain. So let us this bull what we call like Ukraine and bull Russia stop fighting. Maybe some good mediators come in between here and proclaim peace. Let us proclaim peace, preach peace, so that this country can have this and this. So somebody has learned what is NATO, somebody has learned what is USSR, somebody know like has known the date and the time when these countries part. So I want to say thank you so much. Hope you have learned. Let us meet to the next amazing episode. So if it's your very first time here, kindly consider subscribing, liking and sharing this video. Hope somebody has learned something. I say thank you and subscribe. We're on the road to 3K subscribers. Bye bye.